What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucas Ferraz, and in today's video, yes, you read it right, from the title and thumbnail, we finally built our outdoor aviary. Yes, so much work has gone into this and it's finally here. So let's get into it. I can't tell you how excited I am to finally put this video out there. Yes, it's been years in the making, from At the Amazing Animal 1.0, 2.0 and now 3.0. It's amazing, it's a dream come true. It's not my final aviary dream, if you want to put it that way, but it is a step forward into accomplishing one of my main dreams, which was making an outdoor aviary, making it as natural as possible where the birds can behave naturally and do their thing naturally. So this is the video right here, our new outdoor aviary. As you can see, the little door over there is right open and the birds are going in and out and having fun. But before we get into the main part of the video, I want to quickly introduce myself. If this video has come out to anyone who is new to the channel, I'm Lucas Ferraz. Maybe this video has come on to your homepage, on your For You page. Welcome, special welcome to you. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to this very exciting video, which we are all, as a family, as a channel family, very excited to be watching. It is the outdoor aviary. Now, there isn't a lot of videos, talking about, aviaries and builds in depth as maybe this one can be, but it is an interesting one. I know for a fact there isn't a lot of outdoor aviary builds in the UK videos on YouTube, so this is one of them, and maybe one of many that we're going to do in the future. Still got this side to do, so again, consider subscribing if you're new. We've got lots of plans and projects ready for this channel. One of them is obviously making this side, and we haven't yet finished out there. We've still got lots of stuff to do in this aviary outside as well as inside, and introducing new animals, not just birds. So consider subscribing, checking out my previous videos. This will help you get to know me a little bit better and what kind of content I do. Also, consider checking out my Instagrams, which are linked down below, my social medias, my Facebook, my TikTok, my personal Instagram, and this is where I do a lot of behind the scenes. So what I mean by behind the scenes is I do little sneak peeks of upcoming videos, before it comes on YouTube. So I do recommend to give them a follow, and I also post a lot of reels on there too, and a lot of posts. So consider checking those out if you have Instagram, if you have Facebook, under Lucas Ferraz or at the Amazing Animal 5. Now, this has been a challenge for me because this is a a more in-depth build. I've never done a build so complex like this one, making sure that the security is great for the birds, making sure that no bird is able to escape, making sure that there is enough room for the birds to fly around, as well choosing the plants and all sorts. Now, we have done this a little bit in the past. If you click up here, that will take you to my very first aviary, indoor aviary build with plants and ponds, water features and all that. But this is a whole different level. So you'll see that in this video there isn't a lot of me talking, but there is a lot of footage, which is good. Again, you guys get the glimpse of it, get the idea of it, and I hope you guys really enjoy the video. The outcome is absolutely amazing. Again, how it looks outside is completely different to what I imagined. It did meet the expectations, but it somewhat kind of went over the expectations. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, we have had a few casualties, because my plan with this is to make it as natural as possible. Now, outside we do have a pond. I just want to put it out there. We do have a pond which will be housing some koi fish. I have mentioned this in one of the footages. If you guys are aware, you will find out where. But we have lost 3 birds, unfortunately, because they have fell into the water. Now, my plan is not put anything, because in the wild there isn't any sort of netting in ponds, lakes, wherever these birds are from. There isn't any of that protection. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put water lilies, because this is natural, and this will make kind of like a barrier to stop the birds from falling in and drowning. So we have lost, unfortunately, 2 canaries, all of which are males. So 2 of it are males and 1 of them are females, unfortunately. But it is life. Again, I promised myself that when I build this aviary, and once the birds move in, I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to, you know, it's natural. This is their natural home. It's their natural. They have to use their natural instincts to do what they do. So all I'm going to do in this aviary outside is to maintain, clean up, and trim the plants because they can get overgrown. And then if the plants do get overgrown, the birds won't have anywhere to fly. So let me just put that out there before we move on to the main part of the video. This pond, this aviary is just maintenance, and that's it. Cleaning, and that's it. No nets over the ponds, nothing like that. It is what it is. So if we do have casualties, that's what it's replicating in the wild. Now, I know many of you may not like this, but it is what it is. It's my preference. I know Blake from Blake Exotic Animal Rants. He does a lot of stuff like that, and it's, you know, the idea of At the Amazing Animal, this whole brand thing and all the birds, is to mimic their natural environments, making sure that they're having their great homes, but making sure that it's mimicking their natural environment. Now, it is what it is. If they lie, it is what it is. It's Mother Nature. So let me just put that out there. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate on it, but I don't care because that's me. And I'm going to be real with you guys, and that's how the channel's going to look like. But without me, you know, talking about a lot, I know I'm getting boring. Let's hop in to the first piece of footage that we've taken in this new aviary and how it all started. So, see you guys at the end of the video. First things first, we started off by building the outer frame, outer structure of our aviary. Now, it's very handy if you have the idea and you have an image in your head of what you want the aviary to look like, which in this case I did have. As you can see, I am positioning and getting ready to secure this fence post to the concrete fence post to create the outer section of the paneling for our aviary. Now that our wooden posts were securely bolted to our concrete post, with the help of my mother, we measured up for another small post, which would go from one end to the other. This would create the ceiling or roofing structure of our aviary. We continued this process until our roofing structure was complete and was as to I expected. Now, it's been a couple of weeks, possibly a month, since the last footage you just saw. Now, the reason is because it's been very, very rainy here in the UK. This summer has been really, really weird. If you live here in the UK, you may know that the summer, it's been raining all week, all month. We're in July, and yeah, it's been constantly raining, and it's only a handful of days that it's been sunny as it is today. And the other reason is really, I don't want to be filming, you know, step-by-step footage on that, because I know I'm going to end up with an hours long video, which I know most people would just click off and it will become boring. So what I've done is I've taken a couple of shots like you've seen on the previous footage and then explained through. A couple of shots explained through. So I'm going to show you now what I've been up to and how the outdoor aviary is looking like. So bear with me, let's get into it. So as you can see, there is quite a big difference from the footage you saw. I believe the last footage you saw was me building this column over here, but now we've added this one, we're just about to add one here. As you can see, it screws halfway through, and we've added this section. Now this is our double door section where we will be having a security door before we come into the actual aviary, and we've added these panels. Now the purpose of these panels, exposure, is to actually have a plant grow through here, a plant with like flowers, something like that, so that we can have like a little garden area, seating area here, because then over here we'll be having a pond for our turtle, Mr. right here. So there is a lot of projects for this year. Well, probably not this year. The pond's probably not going to be done this year. Probably next year or something like that. But there is a lot of content for you to see, and I'm really excited to show you. We've also added some mesh up here. Now mesh is going to be painted black because it's easier to see through and it shows less dirt. And also we're just about to start meshing this area as well once I've put this column over here. So it's all a work in progress, and obviously I'm not going to film it step by step because I know it's going to be an hour long video, so I'm going to film little snippets of it so you guys don't get too bored. But thumbs up if you guys are liking the video, comment down below if you have any ideas of what plants, because I am going to need some plants, some plant experts, you know, you guys as well, to help me choose a plant section for here inside. So yeah. So it's been over a month since you last saw that footage of me and my mum putting up the mesh on the fence, I believe. Now the reason, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, is because of finances. Again, we earn monthly, so we have to do stuff as we get paid. So yeah, that's why it's taken us a long time. It's over schedule for sure, but again, we're doing stuff correctly, and I think it's good that we're doing stuff step by step instead of doing it all at once, is because we can, like this, we can think through stuff, make sure we get this correct the first time. But anyways, let me just quickly show you around in here. It's a bit different now. The breeding cages are down. Reason is, again, budgies have fledged, babies have fledged, everybody's done. But I've noticed that over the past few months, when breeding the birds in these cages, I've noticed that the batten on the wall or the cages were tilting forward. Now, I only realised this once it got to a certain extent, and I was like, hang on, this is getting even more tilted. So then I realised that the batten on the back of the wall was actually peeling off the wall. So yeah, I had to take all these cages down and re-glue this with some, that sticky stuff, the really strong stuff, grip feel, that's it. And now it's just a waiting game for it to dry. It's been a day already, so I think I might put the cages back and might even put an extra hook on the ceiling just so it helps support as well and take a bit off the weight from the buttons. But that was scary, but all the budgies are done. Breeding, we're going on to our second round. I know it's a bit late in the year, but we'll try it anyways and, you know, see what happens. But yeah, all the birds are doing great. Let me show you outside. Now it is very different to what you have seen from last time, but again, luckily it's not that much in depth. It's really simple stuff, but it is almost finished, so be prepared for that. Let's show you outside. So outside we have our double door system, which wasn't here on the previous footage, but if we open up, come in like this, still got stuff to finish, but it's a spring-loaded door, so meaning it will close every time we open it, so no matter what, it will always stay closed. We still got some mesh to put here. Again, this is our secure section, just in case any birds come out. They are secure in here and they won't fly off. So here we go. We got our second door as well. Got a little lock here, whatever you want to call it, but in here is completely different to what you guys saw from the last footage. Again, it's been over a month, and in a month's time there has been a lot done. So stones have been added, all the plants have been added, branches have been added. These are still okay, but they will die soon. All these leaves will fall. Our pond is now in position as well, and it's all now planted and ready for the birds to come. But again, there is still some stuff, you know, there's light bulbs here which have been here from the beginning since we've moved house, so that's don't know why I say it's been here and there, but anyways, now all we are waiting on is the door, the little automatic door for the birds to come out. Now I'm obviously going to film that section because I think it's a unique part of the aviary, and I think it needs to be filmed. But so we're just waiting on that. But other than that, everything's planted, ready to go. Let me just talk you through some of the stuff that's here. So in here we got some normal rocks. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's rocks. Over here, this is a storage box. Now I wanted to find a planter big enough to house lots of different plants, but the problem is they were like 140 pounds or 150 pounds. So with my clever head, my clever ideas, I've decided to get a storage box, which is what this is. 30 pounds, just take the lid off and there you go, a massive planter where you can have different types of plants. So yeah, that's a little garden storage box for those of you who want to do a large planter, and yeah, it's easiest and cheapest way to go, and it's holding up really well. All you need to do is drill some holes in the bottom to drain the water and you're done. But yeah, let me just talk you through some of the plants here. We've got these plants. Again, these are all okay for birds. Doesn't matter if they chew on it, there won't be any problem. So it's very important that you do research on your plants, because there are certain plant species which birds cannot eat. It even says on the actual plants, not good for pet birds, not good for chewing. So be wary of all those plants which are not allowed to go in aviaries and all sorts. But yeah, all these plants here are good. We will be adding more plants. There will be another one of these planters over here in this section, and that will contain stuff like vegetables, fruits for the birds to eat. So the idea of this aviary is to have it as natural as possible, to see the birds act naturally, you know, foraging for food and all. So that is the idea of this. We've got another plant here, we've got flowers there. You know, it's all coming along together. Again, they are still small, so it's all adding up. It's all within our favor, because we want the plants to mature a little bit before the birds come in here and start tearing it all down, which hopefully, fingers crossed, they won't do. So yeah, it's all coming along slowly. Final step is obviously to add the door and do the bird reveal, you know, releasing the birds out here, which will be a separate video. But yeah, this is how it's looking from in here. And there will be a lot of you know, just natural, like no talking videos, just filming birds in here and watch them do them, so to speak. But yeah, this is how it's looking, and I'll show you a view from outside where the viewing panel is for you guys to see. So let's walk around and let me show you. So this is the view, as you can see. That's pretty cool if you tell me. I think it looks absolutely cool, natural, and it's not long until the plants start actually gripping onto the soil and just developing into their size. But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. There is some little stuff to do, like little mesh panels which we need to fill in, the gaps as well. We still got battens to put on top of the, just underneath that batten up there, as you guys can see, and that would help for extra support for to prevent the birds from escaping. But that is it for the outside. Again, it's very, very different. Thanks to my professional filming skills, as always, I didn't film anything. But again, as I said, luckily it's nothing too unique. It's pretty simple stuff. Just put mesh and also planting, which is anybody can do pretty much. But now it's just a case of waiting for that little automatic door and you guys coming along and setting it up with me, and then we can then finally release these lovely birds outside, which I'm sure they have no idea what's going on, but I'm sure they will be really, really, really happy about. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the little door, which is due to arrive tomorrow. So let's hope it arrives tomorrow and it doesn't delay this any further. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. So it's the next day and we've just got this in the mail, which is really cool. This is our automatic door, and as I promised, I'll be taking you along and setting it up with you guys. Again, this is my first time setting up an automatic door. Shouldn't be that difficult as I built an Aviary, so I don't believe it's much more difficult than building an Aviary, but hey ho, let's unpack this together and let's mount it together. But just before we release the birds inside the Aviary, there is still quite a lot of things to do. One obviously being the door. We've still got to put this pond up and running, and we have to connect power outside, as well as making sure that we have everything covered up so the birds don't escape. So we still got a batten to put underneath behind here. We still got little bits and bobs to do, so any gap has to be covered before the birds come out. So it's very important that we check over the Aviary, making sure that there's no gaps, no any weak parts, any parts that may be vulnerable to breaking before we release the birds. But without further ado, let's mount this and review this lovely automatic door. So I'm going to sit down in the Aviary because there's not a lot of room to do, but here we are, the box is here. Need something to open this. Try and get it with my bare hands. Right, now it's open. So, first impressions, manual. And the cool thing about this particular automatic door is it has a lovely little solar panel, which obviously charges the door. I'm not sure how reliable this is. Again, this is just, if anything does go wrong, then I guess we would have to you know, order a different one, but this should do for now. We've got a little controller right here. This control, I'm guessing this controls the up and down motion of it whenever you want it to go on, up or down. And last but not least, you've got little tools here as well, along with some screws, charger for charging the actual door, and here we have the actual door. Now it is pretty heavy, and it seems to be a very good quality build, but we'll find out soon. And now this, I know this is an overkill for little finches. Like a finch compared to a chicken is very different, but the hole we'll be doing is going to be minimal. So basically most of this is going to be like a little square in the middle. So but here it is, looks pretty good to me. But I do want to see how this works. So I'm guessing it opens that way, because obviously the bigger part is there. So, power on. How do we power this on?
A few moments later.
Oh, I guess it has to be via solar. But anyways, let's draw out our brackets and you know, start putting this in position and see where's the best position for us to put this. So yeah, let's do it. So now I've just marked it, placed it in place with a couple of screws on the top. Now I'm not going to use the original screws because they are silver, and obviously the wall was painted black, so I want it kind of to blend in, because we'll be having some stuff around here which it won't be staying like this, that's for sure. So, but I want to plug it in, make sure that when it opens there is enough room here for the door to not hit this piece of wood here, and make sure everything's working. So yeah, so it's all powered up. That is pretty cool, that. Cool. So my plan now is not to open all of this up. Obviously they are small birds, so I'm only gonna do the bottom section of the door. Now the reason is because, again, they are small birds, they're not chickens, and because there's these holes, I don't want drafts going in I don't want drafts going in. Right, there we go. So as I was saying, I don't want drafts going in. So if I was to do a hole here, there's still exposure to drafts and wind going inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out a little box up here, and that will be the entrance for the Finch fly cage inside. So yeah, let's crack on.
At this moment he knew he fucked up.
So this is a bit unfortunate. We've done the hole, as you can see, but there is a chunk of wood which I put for extra sturdy, to make it more sturdy. I'm not even going to attempt to do the word, but which needs to be cut in the middle. So that's going to take a long time, and it's going to be very, very noisy. So I'm going to skip this part, and then I'll come back with you guys whenever it's done. So after struggling for about an hour and a half, something like that, the door is now in. Now all I'm doing, it is working, so I will show you a video of it working, but now all that's left to do is to do little paint touch-ups around it, and just go over with the paintbrush on the areas like this, which I haven't touched yet with the paintbrush. So that's what we're doing now. After this, we are going to connect a plug outside. This will probably be on the next video. Again, the birds are not coming out in a couple of videos more after this one, so it will be quite a while until the birds come out. So I'm going to paint the rest. You know, it doesn't have to be on camera because it's just painting, but what I will do is on the next video, upcoming video, we'll be setting up the pond and making it so that the fountain is working and we have power outside, and then we'll see what goes on. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking along even though we haven't had uploads in a while. Really excited to share this one with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever I make an upload, and also subscribe if you're new. So yes, without further ado, that's me out. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless you all, and bye bye.